Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are looking at a forecast that I have to say is making some of the biggest claims we've ever seen about love and destiny.
It really is. We're doing a deep dive specifically into the 2026 outlook for Libra, and this isn't your average horoscope.
No, not at all. A listener sent us this source that is incredibly structured, and it's all built around this one absolutely audacious thesis.
That 2026 is, and I'm quoting here, the best year for marriage and serious commitment that this particular observer has seen for Libra in a very, very long time.
That is a massive claim. The whole message is just screaming wedding bells.
And it provides a clear roadmap. It's not just vibes. It links these really specific planetary movements directly to life events, everything from finding a soulmate to your career.
Right, and it says the sort of chaotic eclipse energy that's been confusing things for Libra is finally clearing out, which is what's paving the way.
What's interesting is the focus on the long game here. They're not using quick transits. They're tying this huge life event to the heavy hitters of the solar system.
So our mission today is to unpack the mechanics they're citing. Why this year? Why this very specific promise of commitment?
Exactly.
Okay, let's get into it. The core of this whole thing is what the source calls the cosmic duo of destiny. We're talking about two huge planets, Saturn and Neptune, moving at the same time. So where are they going, and why is this combination so important?
They are both moving together into the sign of Aries.
Okay.
And for Libra, Aries is the 7th house, which is, absolutely striking.
House of marriage, of partnership.
Yes, partnership, legal contracts, all of it. So when two heavyweight planets land in that specific zone, it is going to define your relationships for years to come.
Let's break them down then, because they feel like complete opposites. First up is Saturn. You hear Saturn and you think rules, restriction, hard work. Doesn't Saturn in the marriage house sound a little bleak?
That's the typical worry. Yeah, it brings a dose of reality, and that can feel harsh.
Right.
But the source really emphasizes Saturn's positive side here. When it's in the partnership house, it demands structure. It demands quality and longevity.
So it's not trying to stop the party, it's just trying to make sure the building is up to code.
Exactly. It's a cosmic filter. It just gets rid of anything that's fleeting or not serious. The source says Saturn is there to make sure whatever you build is built to last. It demands quality.
I see. So Saturn brings the foundation, the contract, but then you layer in Neptune.
Yeah.
And Neptune is dreams, idealism, sometimes total delusion. If Saturn is reality, Neptune is pure fantasy. How do you mix those two in the house of marriage? That sounds like a recipe for a very well-structured disaster.
And that's where the forecast gets so specific. The source argues that with Saturn there, Neptune can't just be delusion.
Saturn holds it accountable.
It forces Neptune to anchor that idealism in something real. So Neptune brings the soul connection, the spiritual bond, the romance.
But Saturn makes you file the paperwork.
Pretty much. You get the synthesis of both. It's not confusion, it's depth. The source literally calls the combination a soulmate marriage, a real structured union that also has that deep spiritual meaning.
Wow.
It's the highest expression of both planets. Saturn ensures you don't just wake up from the dream, and Neptune ensures it's not just a cold legal contract.
So that sets an incredibly high bar for Libra's love life. But love doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? What about the rest of life? What about career?
It absolutely addresses that. And the link it makes is fascinating. It says your professional success is directly tied to the quality of the partner you attract.
How does that work?
It's all about Jupiter, a planet of expansion and good fortune.
And where is Jupiter landing in 2026?
In May, it enters Cancer, which for Libra is the 10th house.
The house of career, public status, reputation.
The very top of the chart, yeah.
So Jupiter, the great expander, at the peak of your chart. I mean, that sounds like a huge career year.
It is. The source is very clear. This placement elevates Libra's reputation. You're suddenly seen as a power player. It's not just a raise. It's about visibility, status.
And here's the hook that connects it back to the love life. The source says when your career is soaring like that, it attracts a partner who is, quote, equally successful.
Creating that power couple vibe, yeah.
So it's implying that the work you do on your career in that 10th house is almost a prerequisite for attracting the high-quality partner that Saturn is demanding.
That's a key insight here. You're attracting someone based on your own perceived value and success. The universe is upgrading both your love life and your career at the same time.
So is the source basically arguing for attraction based on status? It feels a little like it's saying professional success is a necessary filter here.
I think it's framed more as an energetic match. Not about money, but about being equally formidable. If Saturn is demanding quality in a partner, Jupiter is making sure you are embodying that same quality in your public life.
You attract your mirror image when you're at your peak.
Precisely. High standards professionally, high standards personally.
Okay, so we've got the soulmate marriage and the power player status. But you can't manage all that if your daily life is a complete mess. What about the logistics?
This is where the eclipses come in. The pattern is shifting. They're moving into the Pisces-Virgo axis.
And for Libra, that rules.
Health, daily routines, your work environment, the small stuff.
How does organizing your desk lead to finding a soulmate?
It creates the space. The source literally says this shift helps Libra get organized so you have time for love.
That is so practical.
It is. You can't fit this huge, life-changing commitment into a schedule that's already overbooked and disorganized. You have to make room for it.
Clean your house, clear your calendar, find true love. Got it. But there's a warning in here too, isn't there? Something about the summer?
Yes. A very clear social drama warning. We've got Mars going retrograde in Leo.
And for Libra, Leo is
the 11th house. Friends, social groups, associations.
Oh no, Mars retrograde is known for conflict. So drama in the friend group.
It's exactly. Tensions, arguments, that kind of thing. But the forecast has this really firm warning. It specifically tells Libra not to let this social drama distract them from their love life.
So the universe is basically saying, don't miss your once-in-a-decade marriage opportunity because two of your friends are fighting.
That's the mandate. Your focus has to stay on that 7th house partnership. If you get pulled into petty squabbles, you could miss the main event that Saturn is offering.
That's critical advice. Okay, let's shift to what the listener should actually do with all this cosmic energy, whether you're single or already committed.
For singles, the advice goes right back to Saturn. The source says, stop swiping aimlessly. Set extremely high standards.
Because it's a year for quality, not quantity.
Exactly. This is the time to be ready for something permanent. The person you're likely to attract now is looking for a ring, for a real structured commitment. You have to project that same energy.
And what about Libras who are already in a long-term relationship or married?
For them, it's described as a renewal of vows energy.
So deepening what's already there.
Taking it to a more profound, more spiritual level, that's the Neptune influence. It's about upgrading the emotional intimacy in your shared purpose.
So either way, 2026 is an accelerator. It demands structure and it demands depth.
The narrative is perfect. The chaotic eclipses clear up to give you clarity, the organizational shifts give you the time, and then Saturn and Neptune bring the main event. Everything is aligned.
It's an incredibly compelling forecast. So to summarize what we've distilled here. First, you have the Saturn and Neptune duo creating this soulmate marriage recipe in the house of commitment.
Right.
Second, Jupiter is elevating you to power player status, which in turn helps attract that equally successful partner.
The power couple effect.
And third, you have to get your daily life in order and, crucially, not let any social drama pull your focus away from this huge opportunity.
And that really reveals the overarching theme for the year. To get what this forecast promises, you need high spiritual standards from Neptune and high professional standards from Jupiter to manifest that lasting commitment from Saturn.
It's a year of high standards and high rewards.
A demand for excellence, really, across the board.
So that leaves us with a final provocative thought for you to mull over. Given the very clear link the source makes between your public status, that intense 10th house focus on your career, and attracting a high caliber partner? Consider this. How might focusing intensely on your professional excellence actually be the fastest and most direct path to achieving success in your love life, just like this unique 2026 forecast suggests?
It implies true love might just require a promotion first.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.